Why do you think people love Caitlin Clark besides her skills?
She can shoot threes from logo.
We never seen that before. That's my point.
All right, folks, buckle up. Shaquille O'Neal just dropped another truth bomb about Caitlin Clark, and this time, it happened right on Angel Reese's own podcast. Yep, the Big Diesel himself went on Angel's show and didn't hold back when it came to naming who he sees as the true standout star. And let's just say, Angel probably regrets ever inviting him. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe my channel for more awesome content. Thanks. So here's how it went down. Angel Reese is sitting there, expecting a fun convo with Shaq about basketball, maybe get a few props for her game. But Shaq had different plans. Right from the jump, he starts singing Caitlin Clark's praises. Her skills, her insane shooting range, her court vision, you name it. Meanwhile, you can almost see Angel trying to keep it cool while the envy creeps in. Then Shaq drops a loaded question. Why do people love Caitlin Clark so much, aside from her skills? This was Angel's shot to take the high road. Maybe admit Clark's just that good. But instead, she says it's the logo threes. Seriously? That's it? As if deep threes are the only reason people are fans of Clark. Shaq wasn't buying it. He cuts in. That's not all she's got. Then he lays it out. Caitlin Clark isn't just a shooter. She's an elite passer, a floor general, a total crowd magnet. She runs the game like she's playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers. And just to drive it home, Shaq mentions how a major sports media outlet ranked Caitlin above Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi on the list of most marketable athletes. Meanwhile, Angel looks like she's been slapped with a dose of hard truth. Let's not forget, Angel Reese recently mentioned her salary isn't even enough to cover her rent. And now, ironically, Caitlin Clark is practically funding Angel's show just by being the main topic. Honestly, at this point, Angel might as well cut Caitlin a check for the exposure. But jokes aside, Shaq wasn't done. He made one final comparison. He likened Caitlin to none other than Steph Curry. Yep, the baby-faced assassin himself.
Steph Curry, a little kid. Like Steph Curry, I love. You know why I love Steph Curry? Because I've never seen that before. I've never seen that before. I've seen it a little bit, but I've never seen a guy consistently come.
He said Caitlin Clark reminds him of Steph Curry, not because of how she looks or her size, but because she's shattering boundaries just like he did.
He looked like a perfect, normally office guy.
Yeah.
He's doing stuff that people never seen before. She's doing stuff we've never seen before.
Shaq said, and I quote, "That's my point. Steph looks like an average guy. He doesn't have LeBron's build. He's not 6 feet 9 inches. He could blend in at a regular office job. But then he steps on the court and does things we've never seen before." Shaq was making it clear, Caitlin Clark is that same kind of game changer. She's not just talented, she's rewriting the rules of the game. He was basically telling Angel that Caitlin isn't just good, she's iconic, untouchable. And Angel? She's just sitting there, probably thinking, why did I even invite him on this show?
This is my podcast. Why is he giving Caitlin a standing ovation? I mean, this is gut-wrenching, to say the least.
Now keep in mind, Shaq isn't just an NBA legend, he's also somewhat of a mentor to Angel Reese. So imagine how it feels having him sit there on her podcast, praising her biggest rival. That's got to sting. But Shaq didn't stop there. He admitted, I used to doubt Caitlin, but she kept proving me wrong over and over. He even owned up to being a hater at first. But now, he's completely changed his tune. Meanwhile, you could see Angel struggling to stay composed. But Shaq made one thing clear, Caitlin Clark is the real deal.
You know, in the Final Four, I'm like, damn, like, and I was a hater because, you know, I'm down. She was like, she's not going to hit that shot, and bam, like, damn, she's not going to hit that shot, man. Like, if I say 10 times you're not going to hit the shot and you hit the shot, that means you're the truth.
Then Shaq drops the ultimate line on Angel. If I doubt you 10 times and you hit that shot all 10 times, then you're the truth. Because let's be real, Caitlin Clark is doing things the game's never seen before. Her shooting range, her court vision, the way she controls every possession, she's not just playing basketball, she's redefining it. And Shaq sees it. That's why he's making it known, right in front of Angel. Yeah, ouch. He's not just giving Clark credit, he's calling her unstoppable. She's got that rare X factor that makes players legendary. And Angel? She's left speechless. Literally nothing to say. You could see her trying to make sense of it. Why Shaq was putting her biggest rival on a pedestal on her own show. And once the episode dropped, fans went wild. The comments section exploded with reactions.
Did Shaq just call Caitlin the GOAT on Angel's own podcast? Shaq basically told Angel that Caitlin's the star.
Let me tell you, this episode was something else. Shaquille O'Neal, an NBA icon and mentor to Angel Reese, went on her podcast and delivered what felt like a masterclass in praising her biggest rival, Caitlin Clark. And it had to hurt.
Shaq didn't hold back.
He admitted flat out, "I used to doubt Caitlin. I was a hater." But she kept proving him wrong, again and again.
That honesty?
It hit harder than any dunk he's ever thrown down.
He said exactly what a lot of people have been thinking. And he's not alone.
Analysts like Rachel Nichols, Stephen A. Smith, and Jason Whitlock have all echoed the same sentiment. Caitlin Clark is that player. She's bringing in new fans, breaking records, and changing the face of the game. Shaq wasn't just giving compliments, he was dropping facts. He called Caitlin a mix of Steph Curry and a visionary point guard. That's not casual praise, that's Shaq declaring she's a once-in-a-generation athlete. Meanwhile, Angel Reese sat there, probably thinking, did Shaq just hijack my podcast to call Caitlin the GOAT?
Yes, he did. And it only got more intense.
Shaq dropped a line that stuck. "If I doubt you 10 times and you hit that shot all 10 times, you're the truth." He wasn't just impressed, he was in awe. Caitlin isn't just hitting logo threes. Her court awareness, leadership, and presence on the floor are completely redefining women's basketball. Right in front of Angel, Shaq made it clear, Caitlin Clark is not just special, she's unstoppable.
And fans noticed.
The internet lit up with reactions. People couldn't stop talking about how Shaq kept it real. To make things even more striking, Caitlin Clark isn't taking any breaks. Off-season or not, she's already back in the gym, working harder than ever. She's ahead of the curve, and still grinding like she's just getting started. Angel Reese, on the other hand, well, she seems focused on everything but basketball. Her shooting stats this season were rough. She had the worst shooting percentage inside 5 feet and one of the most inefficient performances on her team. And instead of addressing that, she's been caught up in fashion, photo shoots, and podcast appearances. We even covered this in another video. How Angel's focus seems more on her wardrobe than her jump shot.
That contrast in mindset says a lot.
One player is bleeding for the game. The other is stuck in the spotlight with little to show for it. And here's the kicker. This isn't the first time Shaq has spoken up. Earlier this year, he called Caitlin Clark the best collegiate player to ever play women's basketball. Coming from someone like Shaq, that's monumental. She hasn't even played a full WNBA season yet, and is already calling her greatness undeniable. Shaq admitted that Angel may have clouded his judgment in the past.
But now?
His view is crystal clear. Caitlin Clark isn't just better than Angel. She's the best in the game right now.
Period. Because here's the reality.
Caitlin Clark isn't just a shooter. Beyond the range and highlight reels, she's got elite court vision, a deep understanding of the game, and the kind of leadership that moves the entire sport forward. She's selling out arenas, smashing records, and rewriting the narrative for women's basketball. And Shaq's not the only one seeing it. Analysts, players, fans, everyone's watching her usher in a new era.
So yeah, Angel might not have liked what Shaq said. But he didn't come to sugarcoat. He came to speak the truth.
The takeaway? Shaq went on Angel Reese's podcast and told her to her face that Caitlin Clark is the real star of women's basketball. He compared her to Steph Curry and called her the truth. Caitlin isn't here just to play, she's here to dominate.
And Shaq? Well, he made that crystal clear. So what do you think?
Was Shaq being too blunt, or is Caitlin Clark really the next big thing? Drop your thoughts in the comments, smash that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more hot takes and highlights from the world of women's basketball.